Hi, folks. I want to explain to you all about what I did when I found out that I had diabetes. Okay? When I got diagnosed with diabetes, my A1C was 9.6. I was getting readings over 300. Most of my readings were in the high 200s. And when I went to the doctor, he said, yes, your A1C is 9.6. And he put me on metformin and said, take this twice a day. Okay, I realized I had a problem with this here because I didn't want to take metformin. I don't trust these medicines that these doctors, are dishing out because, you end up on a commercial someday that says, if you took this medicine and you got this problem, contact blah, 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 and maybe you're going to get some substantial compensation because you developed these problems. Okay, I don't like passing anything through my kidneys, and then I'm going to end up on dialysis because my kidneys are failing. But what I did do was I took immediate action, folks. I took immediate action. First thing I did was I found a good diet thing. It's a website called sparkpeople.com. SPARK people.com. You enter what you ate in there. You enter what exercise you did in there, how much sleep you got, how much water you're drinking. And it's very, very helpful. And there's support messages on there from other people who are also going through the same thing with the diabetes that you are. But I did take the metformin, but only for 2 weeks. Get that? Only for 2 weeks I took the metformin because I took immediate action and my sugar levels started coming down. But I realized also that I do have a problem with the diabetes, so I need an ongoing plan that's not going to involve with the medications. What I did was, as I found this here, I'll show you. It comes in packages like this, okay? Little series of vitamins here. This is the box set it is. It's Nature Made Daily Diabetic Health Pack Vitamins, okay? And there it's got fish oil, magnesium, vitamin C, alpha lipoic acid, chromium, like that, okay? So I take those every morning. I also take in the morning, I take an 81 milligram aspirin, low dose aspirin, okay? Now, also, I take this here, I take cinnamon from Puritan Pride. I get it on the website, okay? It's 500 milligrams of cinnamon. I take this twice a day, okay? Now, my sugar, once in a while, if I eat a lot of carbohydrates or something like that, my glucose will go up. I might take another cinnamon to help me metabolize that sugar. But most of the time, twice a day is good for me. Now, I'm going to remind you, I am not giving you medical advice and telling you to stop taking your medicine. I'm not telling you any advice to take this. I'm telling you what I did. Okay, last time I went to the doctor, it should be said, was about 1.5 years ago. My A1C was 5.8. 5.7 is normal, so keep that in mind. Okay, the other things that I do take is I have, this here is organic apple cider vinegar, unfiltered. I take 2 tablespoons in a large glass of water every night, about a half of an hour before I go to bed. This has a lot of benefits to it. It burns fat, it lowers your cholesterol, all this other. You have to read up on it yourself, and you'll see what it does. There's a lot of good stuff going here. The other stuff that I take is probably unrelated to diabetes. I'm not sure what their benefits are. This is lutein. It's 20 milligrams. I take this here once a day. I take CoQ10 once a day. I take probiotic capsules. I take this every day, once a day. Okay? And also because I have problems with my shoulders and my joints, I did have, I should say, I started taking the glucosamine chondroitin with the MSM. I take 2 capsules of that once a day. The main items there for the diabetes that I'm taking is the vinegar, the diabetic health pack vitamins, the low dose aspirin, and the cinnamon. Okay? Now, it's not an end-all cure. You cannot cure diabetes. My last sugar reading, and I'll show it to you here, because I keep track of I'm very vigilant about keeping track of what my sugar readings are and what aggravated it. Can you see that? That was my sugar reading at, let's see, 4 o'clock p.m. Right now it's 4:15. So that's 15 minutes ago, and I had 3 slices of pizza about 2 hours before that, and my sugar's only 96. Okay, so I am really doing well as far as metabolizing my sugar and somehow allowing my body's insulin that the pancreas puts out to get inside those cells instead of building up in my body. Also, this is a big giant A&W mug of water. I probably drink from the time I get home from work till the time I go to bed maybe 6 to 8 of these glasses of distilled water. I don't use the water from the refrigerator. I use the distilled water that comes. I fill it a 5-gallon bottle up at Walmart. The 5-gallon bottle cost me, I think, $1.38 to fill up a 5-gallon bottle of water. So I take this here. But remember, I take this 2 tablespoons of this raw apple cider vinegar, unfiltered, inside this big giant mug of water about a half an hour before I go to bed. All right? It's very important to me to do that. Okay? So basically what it comes down to is fight the fight. It's a fight. Fight the fight. You want to take all these medicines that the doctors, and you have faith in the doctors to do that, then, God's with you, all right? Do that. That's fine. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm just telling you what works for me. I took the metformin that he suggested for 2 weeks to bring my sugar down. But the most important thing, folks, and excuse my rudeness, if you will, is get up off your ass and exercise. Get up off your ass and exercise. I do the treadmill, I got an elliptical, exercise bike, a heavy bag, a jump rope. Okay, I lost 30 pounds. I was over 210 pounds. I lost 30 pounds because I'm willing to fight the fight. If you don't want to end up on dialysis someday, my brother-in-law, he died, God bless him, his name was Gary. He passed away. He was on dialysis 3 times a week, 4 hours each time, 3 days a week, 4 hours each time, hooked up to a machine because his kidneys would no longer take the water out of his body. So the machine had to remove water. Sometimes he would go there to get 10 pounds of water out of his body. He did pass away because he had all these problems and stuff like that. But he was, unwilling to fight the fight. If you love the family that you have and you want to survive and you want to beat this thing, then do it. Get up off your ass and do it. Your sugars will start coming down. But you can't be a fool and go and understand that. Oh well, look, I'm cured. Look, my sugar's 96. I don't have diabetes anymore. It's not true. If you go back to eating a pound of pasta like I was, I'm Italian. Pasta to me was like baby food. I'd slam it down. But if you're going to do that, then you know what? There's no sense doing anything else. Eat responsibly. Eat responsibly. Watch your carbohydrates. Read up on diabetes and find out what bothers you. You test yourself 2 hours after you're eating and find out what things are bothering you the most. If that's bothering your sugar, then maybe you want to cut down on that. All right? Well, that's all I have to say. God bless you all, and good luck with that, and fight the fight, folks. Fight the fight.